Even die-hard Friends fans might not know these facts. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes secrets fans didn't know about Friends.
Listen, we've got a problem with Joey Tribbiani. Apparently he missed his audition. Who did you speak to in my office?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at insider info about one of our favorite network sitcoms.
And the important thing is that we all be together.
All of us.
Together.
Number 10, Courtney Cox had real-life fertility issues.
Is there a problem? Is there a problem with me or with you?
Actually, it's both of us.
While for the most part, Friends focused on lighthearted plot lines, this is one notable exception. One of the most heartbreaking stories in the later seasons is Monica and Chandler's struggle conceiving a child.
It means that we can keep trying. But there's a good chance this may never happen for us.
If you felt like Courtney Cox's performance seemed authentic, that's because it was.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Courtney and her then-husband David Arquette also experienced fertility and pregnancy problems, suffering several miscarriages. They tried in vitro, as well as other methods, to improve their odds of carrying a baby to term.
So this is it? We're really gonna adopt?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna be parents!
We are gonna be great parents.
They thankfully had a happy ending just like Monica and Chandler, welcoming their daughter Coco in 2004. Number 9, Jennifer Aniston didn't invite her male co-stars to her wedding.
You know, I gotta tell you, this really does put me in a better mood.
Considering the focus that's always been put on Jennifer Aniston's relationship status since her split from Brad Pitt, the world was surprised when Aniston, and her partner at the time Justin Theroux, managed to pull off a top-secret wedding in 2015 without the press getting wind of it. Soon after, it was revealed that her Friends co-star Courtney Cox was in attendance and acted as Jen's maid of honor. Lisa Kudrow was there too, but it seems like the guys' invites got lost in the mail.
All right, now throw it straight this time. Okay.
Matthew Perry and Matt LeBlanc have both spoken about the fact that they weren't invited to the intimate ceremony, but have assured fans that there's no bad blood.
Yeah, well, that ought to do it.
Number 8, Jennifer Aniston hated the Rachel.
Come on, he's right. Tit for tat.
You probably remember requesting that your hairdresser recreate this famed shaggy layered look, but Jen would gladly never see it again. Despite the style becoming what was arguably the most iconic haircut of the 90s, Jennifer Aniston does not harbor any fond thoughts about her character's emblematic do.
Chandler Bing, it's time to see your thing.
She's even stated that she found it not just ugly, but the ugliest haircut she'd ever laid eyes on. Ouch.
How do we end up with these jerks? We're good people.
Admittedly, the cut didn't exactly age well, and probably hasn't been spotted in the wild much in the last decade or so, outside of reruns of Friends. Number 7, Courtney Cox was never nominated for an Emmy.
It's the humidity!
In a snub that makes little sense to any fan of the show, Courtney Cox somehow never received an Emmy nod, despite all of her co-stars receiving the honor at one time or another.
Which one is Demi Moore?
She's the actress! There was a disclosure, indecent proposal, ghost!
Oh, she's got gorgeous hair.
The show as a whole took home many awards over its decade-long run, but Cox was never recognized by the TV Academy for her role as Monica. Considering all the Friends shared relatively equal screen time over the years, Cox was prominently left off the list of contenders.
He told me about your apartment, and, well, I couldn't sleep thinking about it. So, would it be okay if I cleaned it?
All 3 of the male leads received nominations, but never actually won in their categories, while both Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow actually took home statuettes.
Oh my God.
I know!
Number 6, Jennifer Aniston's ex-fiancé was on the show.
I do.
I gotta go.
Brad Pitt certainly isn't the only person Jennifer Aniston was romantically linked to, or indeed had an extended relationship with, who appeared on Friends.
Screw it. Bring on the yams.
Well, but you've worked so hard.
Yams!
Okay.
In the mid-90s, throughout the filming of the first seasons of the show, Jen was dating fellow actor Tate Donovan, who you might also recognize for playing Marissa's dad on The OC.
Do you ever think this would be our lives?
During their breakup, however, Donovan was hired to play Rachel's love interest for the show's 4th season.
I wanted to see you.
Why?
Because I like you.
We can only imagine how awkward it was working together after that. But hey, that's what being a pro is all about.
Wow. Rachel, you're a real special lady.
Number 5, Matt LeBlanc really needed the job.
Yeah, I'm single. 25. An actor. Hello?
It's a running joke throughout the early seasons of the show that Joey is perpetually broke because of his career as a struggling actor.
Uh-oh.
What? What's that?
It's my visa bill. Envelope 1 of 2.
In an instance of art imitating life, this situation pretty closely replicated the one that Matt LeBlanc found himself in before being hired on Friends.
How did I spend so much money?
Joey, that's just the minimum amount due. That's your total due.
He has claimed that he only had around $10 to his name when he was auditioning, because his last few acting jobs had fallen through. Considering how unbelievably successful and lucrative the show clearly became, he most probably looks back at this period of his life and laughs at the discrepancy.
Well, then tell me things like Joey, you'll be fine, and hang in there, and something big's gonna come along. I know it.
But I don't know it. What I do know is that you owe $2,300 at Isn't It Chromantic?
Number 4, Chandler's awkwardness was real.
Can you give me a hand with all this stuff?
Could he be any more awkward? From the beginning of the show, the 6 characters' personalities are pretty clearly lined out.
I'm hopeless and awkward and desperate for love!
Chandler has always been portrayed as being both sarcastic and incredibly awkward. It turns out, though, that the role probably wasn't too difficult for Matthew Perry, because the show creators based much of Chandler's character on Perry's real-life personality.
You know, on second thought, Gum would be perfection.
While Perry may not have been overly flattered by this assessment of his interpersonal traits, his affect and demeanor did go on to make him one of the show's most beloved and relatable figures.
I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
Number 3, Jennifer Aniston was almost replaced as Rachel.
Oh, he's a trans monster!
Before she landed her career-making role on Friends, Jennifer Aniston had been cast in another CBS sitcom. It was called Muddling Through, and Aniston played the daughter of a woman who had just gotten out of prison for shooting her husband.
Oh my God, you drew on me?
Because of her commitment to that show, Aniston couldn't fully sign on for Friends, though it seemed likely that the other show would be canceled.
Rachel, use your head.
The Friends producers were even auditioning other people for her role. She says she was actually asked to stand apart from the others in cast photos, in case they ended up having to use another actress. Muddling Through was indeed canceled, however, and the rest is history.
Because I'm trying to play hard to get.
Number 2, Matthew Perry doesn't remember almost half of his time on the show.
I'm sorry.
Chandler is considered by many to be the funniest character on Friends, but under the surface, the actor who played him was experiencing a dark period in his life during the years of filming. In a revealing interview, Perry shockingly said that he actually doesn't remember doing several seasons of the show because of the substance abuse that had taken over his life.
Well, then I guess I'm going to Yemen. I'm going to Yemen.
He guessed that seasons 3 through 6 were all a blur. He has long been open about his struggles with drugs and alcohol, but this revelation will never cease to surprise us.
I missed this.
I don't think we've actually done this before.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Seriously, how can you watch this? Aren't you scared?
Terrified.
3-letter word, not dog, but
Cat.
yes! You were so smart.
Number 1, the 6 leads banded together for equal pay.
Do you guys ever get the feeling that Chandler and those guys just don't get that we don't make as much money as they do?
If you watched Friends during its original run, there was much chatter about the cast salary disputes. When they were first hired, all 6 actors were paid the same amount per episode, $22,500.
We don't have as much money as you.
In season 2, Jennifer Aniston and David Schwimmer were given raises, which brought them to $40,000 per episode. One season later, however, the leads decided as a group to do all their salary negotiations together to ensure equal pay for all.
I guess I just never think of money as an issue.
That's because you have it.
That's a good point.
We understand this is well known, but we can't stress enough how important their efforts were at the time, because by the final season, they were each making a whopping $1 million per episode. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.